Hi, I am a Canadian who a few years ago moved to the great country of Mexico in the south. And in doing so, I lost my hobbies. Things I love doing outside in Canada, I just can't do the same way here. And so I began searching for some other things to do, other ways of filling my time. And I wound up getting into gardening. I love fresh food. I love watching things grow. So I have various types of trees. And then apart from that, I have some tomatoes and zucchini, which have been so far a massive failure, and peppers. I've tried jalapenos and poblanos, and there was one other one. But whatever the case, uh, being my entire yard, well, don't have a yard, the entire property, front to back, is cement and tile. I have to have my garden in pots, which does make mobility somewhat easier. And some of my plants weren't doing so well earlier this year. And so I kept them inside, left them in my large office window, and hoped that they would begin to strengthen so that I could put them outside at a later date. And the other day, I was looking at them going, you know what? These things aren't growing. They're not growing. They're not growing taller. They're not growing thicker. They're not getting stronger. They're not producing any fruit. And I'm spending my days watering these things. Like I'm putting in the work. I'm keeping track. I'm fertilizing them. I'm adding soil if I've been, or moving soil if I've rinsed some away from the base of the plants when I'm watering. I'm putting time and effort into taking care of them, and nothing's happening. And God brought my attention to that, and so He said, put them outside, put them in the wind, put them in the intense sunshine. I'm in the northern desert. The sun is pretty intense. It'll kill the small fragile plants pretty quick if you're not careful. And I thought, do I want to do that? That's risky. What if they die? Oh, wait. They're not growing. They're not producing fruit. The whole purpose of them is to produce fruit. And the message that came to my heart was, put them in the wind, put them in the sunshine, let the rain fall on them directly, and they will either grow and produce fruit, or they will die. And it seemed like God was sending that as a larger message than just my garden plants, that was for Christians as a whole, that He's tired of too many of us just sitting around on our butts, doing nothing. We're not producing fruit. We're not growing. We're going to churches, sitting from start to finish, absorbing nothing, and going home, and we're not contributing anything. Maybe we're being judgmental and hateful of others, and we're not reading our Bibles. We're not spending time in prayer. We're doing nothing, just like my plants were. And God has been applying His servants, pastors or ministers that don't have positions, volunteers in the church, putting in their time, putting in their effort, and it's not doing any good. And it seems like the message that God was saying was, He's done with that, and He's putting us out into the sun, putting us out into the rain, putting us into the wind, and we're going to either grow and become stronger and produce fruit, or we're going to die. Not physically die. I mean, everybody does eventually. But we're going to let go of Him. Just in the strains and the struggles and trials of life, in so many countries, Christians are persecuted. People are being tortured and killed, taken as slaves. And here in North America, we have it easy. So we're either going to grow and produce fruit, or spiritually speaking, we're going to die. And that's all there is to it. He's not going to continue nurturing and trying to take care of us anymore if it's not for any good reason or purpose.